Is there any particular issue, whether it be job, whether it be career or personal, that's, I'm not gonna say bothering you, but might be disturbing you at this time that you might need to, convey your thoughts?
Sure.
Okay.
I've been having some roommate issues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which can be really interesting.
Okay.
I just moved here in October, and about the time that I was moving here, a friend of mine that I had known for I guess about a year or so was also looking for a place, and so worked out, and we ended up signing a lease at an apartment complex nearby, and you really get to know somebody when you live with them.
Okay. Okay. Did you know this person before you moved in with?
I did, yeah. I had known him for about a year, and
Okay.
yeah, good guy, nice, nice person, but has been through a lot, and doesn't exactly have the best coping skills.
Okay.
And so it's been really interesting to have conversations with him, and he's very. I was sharing with a friend of mine the other day. My roommate is very emotionally explosive.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it can be really interesting because you never know quite what's going to set him off.
Okay. How old is your roommate?
How old? He is actually older than I am. Yeah, so I'm 26 and he's 30. So.
Okay. What causes the emotional outbursts?
That's a wonderful question. It's I mean, he's gotten upset with me when I didn't invite him to do certain things with friends of mine, and felt excluded, and these weren't even people that he knew, and yeah, it just became really irate, irrationally so.
Wow.
And so it's been really interesting because I had a very honest conversation with him the other day. I said, I love being your friend, and to me that's priority number one, but being your roommate is a real challenge right now. And so I almost feel that I'm on the brink of having to choose, do I want to be your friend or your roommate? And that's a tough place to be.
How did he handle that?
Those are hard words for him to hear, because the way that he communicates when he's upset or angry is a part of the way that he's always communicated. And so he doesn't see it as an issue yet. Irate confrontation and things through text messages and name calling, those things are not a part of my culture.
Okay.
Not how I deal with things. So it's been really interesting.
So that's how he seems to deal with, for lack of a better word, confrontation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm very much hey, let's sit down and chat and kind of talk through this and figure out how where to go from here. First of all, what the issue is, how we can work through it, and then where to go from there. But he's he loves to send a hateful text message.
Interesting as in what way?
I think it could go a couple of different ways. I think he could be either really upset and really frustrated and angry, or he could potentially be almost relieved that I would feel the same way that he would. So given his background and some of the things that I do know about it, the way that he grew up and the environment that he grew up in, I think a lot of his issues have to do with abandonment, loss, grief. I mean, it actually kind of fits right into your class, because his brother died when he was really young, and his mom just became very, very, very emotionally irrational as well. And so from the stories that I've heard, I see a lot of similarities, a lot of parallels there between he and his mother.
Right.
But that's not something that I'm willing to bring to his attention.
So do you think the loss of his brother, do you think there was a proper grieving process, or?
I don't know about proper grieving. I would rather say, rather than improper grieving, probably not the healthiest grieving. I have discovered recently, also tends to cope with alcohol, and that's been another discovery for me. Incessantly, and so it's been a challenge.
Well, have you, considering your experience, academically and professionally, have you thought about maybe attacking it from that angle?
I have considered, and this is a conversation that I had with him, I shared with him one day, I said, his name's Mike, I said, Mike, I really think going to counseling would be a very beneficial thing for you. I said, I'm a firm believer that everybody needs to be in counseling, because we all have stuff that we need to deal with. And he was able to hear that and listen to it, and he accepted that. And I said, I think it could really benefit you to go back and revisit some of the things that you've experienced and look at new ways to cope with those things. Because, the way that you're coping with them now is not healthy. It's only going to lead you down a negative path. And so he was receptive to those things, yet hasn't sought that yet.
How's his relationship with his family?
His relationship with his mom is not good at all. His relationship with his dad is very strong. I mean, but that's another thing that has really interested me, and I've not pointed this out, but his dad is, crazy about him, just absolutely loves him and would do anything in the world that he could for him. And he's so distraught by the fact that his relationship with his mom is not good, but he doesn't take advantage of the relationship that his dad wants to have with him.
Do you encourage him to have, relationships with his parents?
I do, especially with his dad, and given the fact that I lost both my parents when I was really young, I value those relationships, and I'm very quick to say, spend more time with your dad. Call your dad, more frequently, and things as your friend. I don't want you to have regrets. As somebody that cares about you, and given the work that we do here with LifeShare, you never know where you're going to be walking into, and so we're frequently reminded of our mortality. Yeah, and so that's something that's always on my mind, is letting people know you love them, and spending time with them and things, and that way you don't have regrets when when tomorrow doesn't come.
Right. Okay, Justin, this has been a pleasure.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. I've learned a lot. You've helped me, and I hope things get better.
It felt good to just get some of that out. So